just another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, ticking off without the same mistake. Darling, will you go away? It won't be as simple for you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the PlayVS Spring 21 High School Championships. Today, our finals are taking place in Arkansas. As always, Rafa and Smacks, my boy Smacks. Actually, you know what? We're kind of coordinating today. Can you show the class what we got here? Bam! And I don't know if you can see. It is a Pikachu party. Let's go. Let's go. Representing number one. It's not sponsored, by the way. Although Nintendo, if you want to sponsor us, you know.
Ooh, yeah.
Pretty
Well,
dope.
if Nintendo's going to sponsor us, then you got to remember that Pikachu is actually number 25. Bulbasaur is number 1, Rafa. So.
Okay, number 1 in my heart, but number 25 in the
Oh,
Pokedex.
okay.
Yay.
Not bad. That's not bad.
We got to get into the swing of the action, though, Smacks, because between two teams today representing Arkansas, we have Don Tyson School of Innovation, known as Phoenix Rising, taking on VB Coin Flip representing Van Buren High School. And so between these two teams, they have gone through a grueling bracket, and now we're going to have to see who comes out on top in tonight's best of 3. Actually, it's tonight for our lovely production crew, who is, by the way, doing this remote all the way from the UK. So shout outs to them and our European homies across the pond, as me and Smacks are chilling here in the USA. But just as I say that, draft is about to begin, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to get underway. Smacks, between all the wacky and crazy innovative picks that we've already seen this week on PlayVS across the other finals that we got to cast, including yesterday's final in California, I'm excited to see what Arkansas decides to bring to the table.
Oh, yeah. And if you're looking over at the Arkansas name and you're like, why are they saying Arkansas and not Arkansas? Well, that's because America is just kind of like that, you know. Sometimes the S is silent. Luckily, the S is not silent in my name, otherwise I would be Max. But we're here, already into this draft here, Rafa. We're not focusing too heavily on the junglers so far. Thresh is actually the first ban, likely going to be taking that one away from Cubsy over there on the red. And Morgana as well. This is traditionally the support champion, probably going to be a jungle ban for this series, though.
With Morgana gone, like you said, Rumble would technically be the other meta-flavored jungler to take out if you want to then put some priority on picking up the Udyr for blue side. We saw a lot of those jungle exchanges and handshakes in MSI today, and if you're an NA fan, F in the chat.
Let's just not talk about it.
I feel like all we talk about whenever we get on to PlayVS this past week is like, man, Cloud9 was so damn close, and then they slipped up again.
They didn't go big 0-6, so that's at
Thank
least
God.
nice. Unfortunately, I believe Pentanet did. But, you know, somebody's got to do it. It's at least not us. It's our I guess it's our sister region now, as LCO is sort of the... You can import from LCO and it's completely fine, so that's just a NA Junior. But, yeah,
we love our Oceanic homies, man.
Yeah, we absolutely do. Our boy Skimmy over there. Shout out to him. But anyway,
miss him already.
Enough of crying about North America. We've already done that enough today. We're getting into this draft. Set is actually going to be the first pick in this game. Does leave open that Rumble that you were mentioning, and Phoenix Rising going to take that one right away.
So Phoenix Rising saying, okay, there's a lot of priority on this set here for VB Coin Flip. Obviously, we're not entirely sure where the set is going, because we've seen the set flexed in multiple roles. We've seen it top lane, mid lane, and support most recently. It could technically go jungle, even though it has been a while since set jungle was viable and strong. But on the flip side, Phoenix Rising has actually locked in the Volibear. So we know Rumble Jungle has been quite the flavor here, Smacks, but technically both of these champions could flex in either role.
They're going for the Fire and Ice duo with the Rumble Flame Spitter and then the Freljordian Deity and Volibear. It's like
Game of Thrones, anyone?
Oh, I was going to go with my good boy Todoroki from My Hero Academia. But that one also works, I guess.
They're both shows, just one's an anime and one's an HBO show.
Yeah, one hasn't finished quite yet, and the other one has, and people are mad about it.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about season 8, man.
Yeah, hopefully the My Hero Academia ending is not nearly as bad. But moving forward into this draft, we've got the Tristana, the Echo now locked in. This is likely going to be a blind Echo, unless it is going over to the jungle. Tristana, again, can be flexed around. So for Van Buren Coin Flip, they actually have a pretty flexible draft, all things considered, so far.
You know what the cool thing is, Max? If we want to get really crazy, do you remember when Rush was in NA?
I do.
Our good kind boy Rush. So he was one of the first players to bring out Tristana jungle in solo queue. So if Phoebe Coinflip are really feeling living up to their namesake, they could put this Tristana in the jungle role, go with that press the attack, and then just go red buff, and then rocket jump E, gank a lane. Boom! We got better Twitch jungle, essentially. I'll just leave that on the table there, Smacks.
Call KDA, because we can feel the rush. Now. They could try, but never going to bring us down. The second phase of the draft has already been coming through, though. The support pool is the target for both of these squads so far. Lulu, that we got to see piloted very well yesterday. The Leona as well, and now Seraphine hitting the ban list too, taking away some of these really powerful enchanters on Phoenix Rising side. But maybe Coin Flip, they're still sticking to their guns. They want to get rid of these tanks on that side over there. Would be a very melee composition if Phoenix Rising still did pick a tank support, but they don't care about that at all, Rafa. They've still done it.
Well, Smacks, Phoenix Rising have selected 4, as you already put it out, pretty melee champions. There's still a marksman that could be locked in for constant support, but they have left that to be determined. So when you already have a composition that have 3 champions that can itemize very defensively, you need ways of being able to deal with these giant meatballs. Tristana is a powerful marksman, but it's not necessarily the same tank-busting shred power until you get that Lord Dominic's regards.
Yeah. The Lord Doms is going to be really valuable in a game like this. Healing reduction as well is going to be really valuable against Dr. Mundo and Volibear. These 2 champions are able to sustain through a team fight, mostly just because of that sustained power, but Silas is much the same. Tarek is much the same, Rafa. Definitely feels like we're in for a treat with how long these fights are expected to go. There are 4 melee champions on both teams.
Well, what is the final lock-in for Phoenix Rising? It's got to be a marksman. There's no way that they lock in another melee. Oh, well, this is an interesting marksman to go with, but Callista, despite being one of the shorter ranged marksmen in the game, has a lot of power in that early laning phase. And combined with an all-in support, a very aggressive one, the likes of Nautilus, you could chuck him forward as soon as when you hit that level 6 power spike, or just, you can force an all-in early on. But, correct me if I'm wrong, Smacks, but Tristana traditionally in the past has been a kind of an answer into Callista.
Yeah, it absolutely has. The biggest thing about that matchup is that as Tristana, all of your stuff is just point and click. You just land it onto the Callista and she can't really jump away, especially if you do land the rocket jump slow on Callista. That's a really big detriment in that lane. And you can jump forward with the Tarek Dazzle also, so you just have a lot of extra crowd control, a lot of damage that is very, very difficult to miss in this game. So Tristana is going to be a really valuable asset to have in this lane, and I mean, Callista still can outmaneuver this. I don't want to make it seem like it's 100% Tristana favored. Callista is a very high skill champion. You can still dodge out. You can still get a lot of nice trades and maybe start things up with an early invade play.
Oh, well, they're going to face check into 5 people.
Oh!
The parallel convergence is going to catch 2 on the stun. It's just first blood for VB coin flip. It looks like the coin flip is coming out in their favor. They're flashing forward, trying to take down the bear. Callista can be powerful in the level 1 situation if he can get enough spears rendered into Silas, but they've just cleaned up so many members of Phoenix Rising. 3 kills going over the coin flip. Phoenix Rising were able to answer back with 2. So many summoner spells burned as well in that level 1 exchange, Smacks.
I guess we should have expected this. They do have coin flip in their name over there in Van Buren. We get to watch this play yet again. Cubsy, all the confidence in the world. Watch the set facebreaker. Ooh.
Oh,
That is nasty. And then right into the Tarek stun on the entire squad there, too. This is a lot of extra crowd control to start off this fight. Van Buren does pick up more kills, and I believe they got first blood in the end as well. Constant support forces the flash at an impact. Lots of summoner spells blown. We're going to get a look at that one when we come back to live. Yeah, let's do a flash check. So there's 2 still remaining on the side of Phoenix Rising. None. Oh, actually, no. Exquisitive still has one in the bottom lane for Van Buren. So there are only 3 left.
constant support and Cubsy still having their flashes up, but Slick doesn't.
Yep.
Used both of their summoners to ensure that they would be able to get out alive, but it's something that Cubsy and constant support could punish in this early laning phase, despite kind of the advantage that Tristana normally has against the Callista pick. But in Nautilus, it's going to be up to Cubsy to see if they can make that punish happen.
Certainly a lane to do it if you can land that dredge line. Callista provides so much extra burst in that early lane, especially with the Hail of Blades that we're seeing right here. Speaking of extra burst, wait, hold on.
Hey, look at that.
Nice dredge line. See, look at
Right
that.
through the minions,
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Sometimes that's
Ouch.
all you need, Smacks, but it's a lot of damage back and forth despite being down the level. Level 2 all-in power spike. Shout out to I'm a cutie pie. Don't disrespect it, baby.
Yep. Definitely not. Another thing you shouldn't disrespect is Impact coming into this mid lane with an extra Amp Tome and Boots. It's a very powerful set for, or not set, Silas, excuse me, for the early laning phase of the mid. Already participating in 3 of those kills. I believe he did pick up first blood. So this Silas is going to be pretty scary to deal with. Is Holy Bear getting punched?
I think he wins this, though. Yeah, that's... Kelamir having the huge minion wave in his favor, being able to take that trade against Laugh Wizard, just overestimating the amount of damage that's going to come out from the strikes. However, Kong getting invaded on. I have to walk this one out, calling on the help of Kelamir to be able to say, hey, bro, they're trying to take my frog. Can you help a brother out?
Catamatics was thinking about going in and getting frisky over there too on Rumble. Not really wanting to stick around in mid lane. Ooh, we get a replay. How many punches does Kelamir land onto Laugh Wizard? Let's check this one out. Still sitting in this mini wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bam!
5 punches.
Haymaker. Yeah.
Including the Facebreaker. So that, I guess if Facebreaker is a punch, then that's 6. But I don't know if it actually is.
I think the minions also did a solid 100, 200 damage as well.
Yeah.
Just peltering down on the Laugh Wizard. That is one thing, especially early on in the laning phase, you can never disrespect.
You know what? Set is just... we already know that Set is way stronger than me, but he just won a fist fight with a bear. I just want to put that out there.
You know, there was a graph that I saw earlier. There was like a national survey taken, men and women, asking which animals would you feel comfortable winning in a fight, and you know, the top one where both men and women didn't feel comfortable winning was a grizzly bear and an elephant. But look at Kelamir, man.
An elephant. Wait a second.
It was on the survey. I'm not saying I would. Just
okay.
That was there. But the point is, Max, that Kelamir was probably one of those 6 men that said they would comfortably fight a grizzly bear out of 100.
I personally think I would have to tap out to a Bumblebee, so you won't see me on the ground like that.
Is that just because you refuse to fight, or you actually don't think you can win against them?
You know what? It's just conceptual. I would never fight a Bumblebee. I'm a pacifist, so. On the Rift, however, if I'm going up against Kog'Maw in bottom lane, then you already know. You already know who's winning that. So far in this game, though, Rafa, Ember and Coin Flip, looks like they're going to be taking away this first Drake of the game just before 6 minutes. Maybe exactly at 6 minutes as well.
They pulled the entire squad for this as well. Calamir made the scenic route all the way from top lane just to make sure that VB Coin Flip would be able to pick it up, and Phoenix Rising, they can't respond. Laugh Wizard trying to get a freeze onto this top lane at the moment. Trying to deny some minions while Calamir makes a recall out. Actually spending a lot of time in this bottom side river because Catamatics spots him out. It's going to deny or delay his recall. So that despite winning that early 1v1, there's a lot of time that Laugh Wizard gets to his lonesome on the top side of the map, being able to return and pick up the XP that he lost.
Coin Flip, they were certainly ready for a fight, but it does mean that they miss out on some resources across the map. Like you said, in top lane especially, but it's going to be true in bot lane as well. You can see the CS lead is growing there. Constant support pushing that wave in. And for this Kalista too, you can see he's got a couple of extra swords in the inventory. Going to be pretty scary, I feel, as the game goes on forward. Maybe not in the super duper late game, as Kalista sometimes gets outscaled, but going to be scary in the near future. Seeing that Calamir really just does not want to go anywhere by himself anymore, even after getting that solo kill. Still is hanging out with his Echo. They both have ults, though.
Laugh Wizard with the flash stun onto Calamir. Showstopper still available. Haymaker comes out. Laugh Wizard now has to run because a teleport from Impact has routed off East Phantom. But a Rumble ulti from Catamatics from downtown lands doesn't really hit anyone, though. And now the fight is really scrappy. But Catamatics able to burn down Calamir on the way out, but East Phantom has been routed off. Got nowhere to run, trying to live as long as he can, but Impact gets the last blow.
Man, Catamatics healed a lot, or excuse me, East Phantom healed a lot with that Mundo ultimate, but just not enough. There's way too much damage in this lane. Impact's not even done. Gonna make sure the Catamatics knows this is his lane. Silas ready to take over now with 4 kills, Rafa. I'm excited to see what items he's got in store for us on that recall. I also think it's hilarious that he has the Kalista Spear. Hasn't quite managed to bind anyone with that, but we get to watch this one again. Just all this teamwork on the Coin Flip side. Feels like they are very much against their name, their team name, their mantra. They're really making sure that they are fully prepared for any fight so that it is not, in fact, a 50-50. They have the man advantage.
You know, the other way of looking at it, Max, is because they're so committed to the coin flip that they always come out on top. So far, it's just a 100% win ratio on these quote-unquote flips. The other thing, Smax, I was taking a look through the team dossier for BB Coin Flip. You know what's the dopest thing about Impact?
Tell me.
Not only they got a 33 on the ACT, which is fantastic. I think that's almost the max score that you can get. I don't remember.
I think 36 is the highest, yeah.
Yeah, 36 is the highest. So congratulations to Impact for such a high score. But also, they only listen to Kanye. So, Impact, whenever he's going off on Silas, I can only hear him thinking, "Don't let me into my zone." As Calamir, well, that's not a good zone to be in right now. Haymaker's not going to save you, buddy. You're going down. Catamatics, burning him to a crisp in the river.
And toasted in that river right there. Does give up some pressure in the mid lane, though, and actually will recall. So I miss out on some of these minions. In fact, getting the wave pushed in. Another kill onto Calamir is going to be pretty nice for Phoenix Rising. You can see that the gold is pretty dang even here as we approach 10 minutes. And while the kills are still in favor of the coin flip, you can look over there at the bottom of your screen and see that, especially in this bot side, Phoenix Rising are still finding advantages. Constant support is still in a really big lead in what we deemed as a counter matchup against him.
Losing your 2 summoner spells early on can give the advantage over to your enemy duo bot lane in terms of pressure. Props to Stick, or wait, Slake. I'm sorry, my dyslexia kind of trolled me right there. Thought that was a T, but Slake. Doing his best to stay safe in this lane. Knowing that once the couple items come online for Tristana, you'll be able to outrange this Callista effectively. Best thing to do, Smax, is just to survive the laning phase and not give any windows for constant support and Cubsy to get back in this game. As Phoenix Rising, they're not necessarily that far behind. It's only a matter of 200 gold, but when you're looking at Impact, who is 4-0-1, and Lao Kong on this Echo, who was just finished his first item power spike with that Proto Belt, a lot of lethality on this roster.
Wizard trying to find a play on the bot side. Kelamir's already here yet again. Nobody is catching the minion waves up top for coin flip, as they're still really, really focused on getting these Drake fights on lock, but they might have just missed out on it already here, Rafa. We can see Kelamir. He's coming in, but he's not the one with Smite.
While Phoenix Rising commit. Ooh. Oh, that's a beautiful ultimate from Katamatics. And here comes the rest of the party. Laugh Wizard on the offensive, but Exquisitive popping the Cosmic Radiance will buy some invulnerability time. Slick and Exquisitive might be able to walk out, but now a turret is the only thing that's separating them between certain death. But all these meatballs from Phoenix Rising just get to walk under the tower and run them down for free. But look at Impact, though. Takes out one. Turret shot takes out another. Impact, can you fight the 1v3, brother? Oh, nah. It's not going to be the case. Teleport is coming in from Kelamir. I don't know if he's got any better odds here. Constant support should be able to deal with it. Oh, but that's a lot of true damage for the Haymaker. There's just a couple more punches. Katamatics will be able to run away, though, and Cubsy takes him down.
Oh, man. Kelamir actually died twice in that single fight. He started off, and then he died. He teleported right back in just to try to commit to that play. But it ended up being a number of 1v3 situations for the members of BB Coin Flip. We're going to watch this one yet again. The Drake's already dead, and then this equalizer is so clutch from Katamatics. Cubsy gets thrown directly into the thick of the entire enemy team. Cosmic Radiance a little bit delayed, only lands under these two members. Impact has a valiant effort here. We can see him dash over this wall, trying to re-enter the fight, but his teammates are already dead by this point. Has the Dr. Mundo ult, so he stays alive for a surprising amount of time, does pick up those 2 kills, but at the end of the day, it is still going to be a disadvantageous fight there. Phoenix Rising pick up that kill. There's huge shutdown over to Katamatics. Excited to see what items he's got. Ooh. Doesn't quite have a full mythic yet, but
oh, but
care.
Katamatics is here, and you know the Rumble Equalizer is there available as well. The red carpet,
wow.
Beautiful! Right on the Slick. It forces the flash out, but Silas, Impact, going to answer with an Equalizer of his own, and they look for a trade on the constant support. Cubsy should have the Dredge Line escape route out. Beautiful stuff from Katamatics, being able to block the Upsgun Abduct. Meanwhile, what the heck? He's Phantom. Uh-oh, buddy. This doesn't look too good for you. Kelamir flashing over the wall. Not even needing the face breaker. Lao Kong picks it up with the Chilling Smite.
10-10 now, Rafa. We're getting back into the zone where it's just a whole bunch of kills. A whole bunch of fights. We have no idea who's going to win this one. Still anybody's game. And, I mean, that's just a nice set of picks there for the coin flip. Keeping up in pace. They've got their mythics online now. We get to watch the bot lane play. Look at that equalizer. Predicting the jump, too. Slick has to flash even after using rocket jump.
Oh.
Barely dodges out of that Q from constant support there, too. And then East Phantom actually... I didn't realize this fight started in the top river. He just long distance away.
I think East Phantom was pulling a blabber. He was looking for the crab. I was like, wait a minute, guys. Wait, my crab. My crab.
I thought we were done talking about C9.
It always finds a way back in the conversation, Max. It just goes to show that Cloud9 is living rent-free in my head.
Yeah.
Man.
And in the plane home, I assume.
This is what happens when you grow up being the biggest Cloud9 fan since 2013, when they first come into LCS. It just... I'm sorry, Smax. I'll make a better effort. to not talk about them because it's just going to make me sad. So, and I want to talk about these two teams. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Arkansas high school representatives as, what a goon squad. Malcolm is here to make a counter gank active, but the equalizer is very powerful, but a beautiful Cosmic Radiance, and they just turned it right around on the constant support. Catamatics has to walk on out of there. A teleport came in from Laugh Wizard, but he's not able to turn around the tides of battle here in this one. Phoenix Rising lose 3.
Wow, that was a really nice equalizer yet again from Catamatics, but they didn't quite have the full cavalry yet. They didn't have East Phantom in. The teleport was still charging up from Laugh Wizard, didn't go directly to the lane, so they do end up getting routed on their offensive play to begin with. Now, that gold lead swinging back over to the coin flip. They did get the first turret of the game just now. I believe they're taking top turret all the while. To watch this one yet again. Constant support goes really, really aggressive right away. You can see why Catamatics and Cubsy are here. But the delayed response and also Cosmic Radiance just being so powerful in skirmishes like these denies a ton of damage. That's going to be 3 quick and easy kills. East Phantom thinks about going in, but he just watches his entire team die. He's like, I'm going to go over here, actually.
Phoenix Rising trying their best to try to find some options. They do pick up the 3rd dragon of the game, find a good window where VB Coin Flip seemed to be on a recall. Now this does give them 2 dragons, an advantage to 1. Okay, equalizer. Not necessarily the best from impact, does slow Catamatics, but not enough for them to capitalize on a potential pick. They're going to have to walk the one out. Smacks, looking at this state of the game, not quite dead even. It's about 1,500 golden advantage or VB Coin Flip. You don't necessarily need to fight over this dragon pit because, well, Smacks, there's no dragon.
That's true. Phoenix Rising already did them a solid and took that one away. I guess you could say that they did him a favor, but in reality, that is Phoenix Rising getting some nice ultimate ability haste right there. That's going to feel pretty good, especially for Rumble. It's to equalize a whole lot of people. He's got it up again. They want to go for a fight. Still waiting for now, but one thing I do always love to see is the Dark Seal stacks, as Catamatics still retains all 10 intact. It is potentially going to be a lot of extra damage just packed into this kit. If he completes it into the Medjai's Soul Stealer 2, you get so much gold efficiency out of that item, especially with the introduction of the Mythic passives, and you get the movement speed. It's just an all-around great time for Rumble. Callista does not seem like she's having a great time, though. Constant support has to flash away.
You know what I just learned, Smacks? So there's 2 things. One, obviously Catamatics is the only person in this game that has not died yet, which is why they've been able to maintain the 10 max stacks on the Dark Seal. But also, Catamatics makes swords.
Like
legit.
a forgery?
Yes. At least that's what I'm assuming. They make swords. Like, holy cow.
You know how there's like reality TV cooking shows?
Yeah.
There's one of those, but for blacksmithing.
Oh yes, I don't remember what the name of it is.
It's called Forged in Fire.
Forged in Fire? Hey, Catamatics. Yeah. Bro, you should look them up. Try your hand at being on a sword-making competition.
Yeah.
That sounds dope. I mean, I'm really curious. If Catamatics, if you have like any photos of like your finished work or products, me and Smacks would love to see it.
Oh yeah.
So you just hit us up on Twitter at Roughcast, at SmacksCast. I promise it's not a plug. It's just probably the easiest way you can communicate.
Yes.
Find us.
Please do reach out to us. We would love to see your
and that goes for all the players as well. If there's anything you guys want to share, we love interacting with players. It's one of our favorite parts of our job, actually.
It absolutely is. Even when we do the pro leagues and stuff, we just like talking to the players. That's really all we do it for.
Hell
Saying,
yeah.
Hey guys, you want to play some ARAMs? Sometimes they say yes. And then we get challenger players in our ARAM, and then it's like, oh, now this is kind of unwinnable.
Hey. We do our best to hold up.
Just sitting here pressing buttons on Sona. You know how it
The
goes.
Baron yeah. The Baron has spawned, though, Smacks. We have reached the 20-minute mark in the game. Gold lead's still slightly an advantage for VB coin flip, but it's going to be up to Phoenix Rising's mid laner in Catamatics. See if they can find a good choke point to corral VB coin flip in, because then that equalizer will be absolutely devastating.
Even went for the Leandries as well, which is not an item you typically see on Rumble, just to add more burn damage. Because oftentimes Leandries, the reason you don't build it on Rumble anymore is because they've attached 600 mana to the item. And Rumble is a little bit sad about that, as he does have that yellow bar underneath him that is heat, not mana. The item does not give you that, which is a little bit sad. But does still have a ton of percent health damage packed into it, so it can still be valuable in a game like this, where you're up against a lot of melee champions who are going to be building a lot of health as well. So it's exactly what we're seeing in this game, on both sides, really. And we haven't seen a fight in a while, but the Drake is coming up in 20 seconds. You have to imagine that we're going to be seeing another one here relatively soon.
You know, Smacks, what if Horizon focused Rumble? What about it? Because imagine, like, it's not like hard crowd control, but as long as it's above 700 range, which you can do from afar easily with Equalizer, you 10% increased damage AoE, that's kind of nuts.
You know what? Our good friend Miko we might need to ask him about this, because he's the Rumble expert right now. He's who I go for with all that. We'll have to talk to him about this later. I think we may have stumbled upon something great, though.
Parallel Convergence comes out, though, from Liao Kong. Doesn't find an opportune stun, as he would be solo diving 1v1. Kelimir, though, finds a Facebreaker. Equalizer scatters the members of VB Coin Flip. Impact looking for the engaged Stormbreaker that he just hijacked. Goes right into the thick of the fight, but he has to flash out. Going to be burning away. Shut down before Catamatics. And it looks like Phoenix Rising might be able to turn this one around, but look at Slick, though. He's just free hitting in the back line. Constant support is down, but now that the entire front line has eviscerated from VB Coin Flip, Phoenix Rising can just run through them like paper, and they get an ace.
VB Coin Flip landed so many huge crowd control abilities in that fight. Lao Kong landed a gigantic parallel convergence onto so many people. That last stun from Tarek was 3 members, but there's just not enough damage to burn through these meatballs, Rafa. They need more time in the microwave if you're going to do that. You get to see all of this damage pumped through. Cosmic Radiance expires, and the frontliners just aren't nearly as beefy on Van Buren's side in this game. You can see just how much damage they're still trying to deal, but when it comes down to these tanks, when it comes down to these melee members, Slick just cannot compete. He's throwing in these cannon shots, but if they're just scratching the surface of what the health bars are for East Phantom, Laugh Wizard, and Catamatics.
Phoenix Rising. After that, that is their 3rd dragon, putting them at Soul Point and Smacks. Normally, Cloud Soul is one that you might be willing to forgive or say, hey, you know what, it's not the end of the world. But
That's looking like a nice Cloud Soul.
The ultimate ability haste that you get from picking up Cloud Soul for champions like Mundo and Rumble and Callista, and actually all 5 of these champions benefit because all their ultimates are very, very powerful.
And the movement speed goes crazy. Look like a Dr. Mundo running you Mach 10.
Who needs Chem Tank, man?
Yeah. Let's go for the damage build here, too. Sunfire Aegis. Getting the damage on the auto attacks he knows. It's like, oh, Cloud Rift? That's my home territory. You've given me my home field advantage.
This is a Joshi fantasy right now.
It is. And Volibear as well. This is another champion. He even has the Chem Tank. This is going to be a very fast bear.
Yeah, it's going to look like pre-nerf levels of Chem Tank speed.
It's going Zonias too, which I appreciate. That was very fun on Volibear.
Dude, it's so underrated. The AP you get, adding into the shield that you're getting, as well as the extra damage on the Stormbreaker. Woo. But now, Smacks, we have to look at how the map state is played out. Phoenix Rising with that incredible skirmish around the Dragon Pit has allowed them to not only tie up, but slightly edge out in terms of gold over their opponents in VB Coin Flip. Impact trying to split on the bottom side. And notice that Catamax still hasn't died, Smash.
Yeah. Hasn't upgraded his Medjai's quite yet, still sitting on the Dark Seal, but is fully stacked, and the only way that that's going to change is if he ends up dying, but he's unkillable in this game, Rafa. He's just popping off in these fights, dealing so much damage.
Honestly, Smacks, I think it's completely fine to sit on Dark Seal because...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm cursed. Anytime that I start doing well with Dark Seal and I got 10 stacks, I'm like, all right, you know what? It's time to buy the Ego Book. I buy Medjai's, I die, and I lose all my stacks. And it's like, why did I even purchase this item? So...
I think Impact might be feeling your pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's alright, though.
Yeah.
You come back from this.
I do like this this Negatron cloak that he picked up, though. He might be able to win the 1v1 against Catamatics. They've thrown out double equalizers, double red carpets. I take that back. Catamatics is just too strong, but they want to pick up the shutdown. 900 gold, fat stacks in the bank for Lao Kong. Trying to buy some time. Parallel convergence. Not going to land on the constant support. He flashed away. Cosmic Ratings comes out, buying some in time. With that invulnerability, but it's a beautiful death charge from Cubsy. It lands on a Slick, takes him down, and now the members of Phoenix Rising are all corralling around Kelamir and Exquisitive. There's nowhere left to run. There's nowhere left to hide, and Phoenix Rising will rise from the ashes and pick up another ace.
Another fight win in a row for Phoenix Rising. That's the kind of knockout punch that we want to see in a game like this, where it's so back and forth. The gold graph looking like a heart monitor out here with how much spikes it has, but Phoenix Rising may have just found the biggest mountain that they can possibly get right here. It all starts out, Impact trying to go for this 1v1. They do end up finding that play onto Catamatics, but the problem with this is, for Van Buren, their really only damage threat is that Silas. He's the one who has all these extra kills. He has 8 of them in this game, but Catamatics is not the only damage threat, despite being unkillable up until this point. See in the bottom of your screen, they just got Baron off of this fight as well, just showing how powerful this composition is that they've put together. And with all the tankiness in the world, even constant support gets to survive the entire time. There's this gigantic bear finishing it off right there.
Scrumptious. But off of this time, Phoenix Rising did have to take the recall after the Baron. The VB Coinflip are able to sneak away the Dragon in time. Something that was also unfortunate for VB Coinflip is that Slick was not able to manage to get himself into the Cosmic Radiance circle. He and Exquisite were trying to dance around skill shots, and at the same time, like, wait a minute, I'm not invulnerable, friend. Oh no, I'm dying. I'm dead.
It's like Jack in the Life Raft. There's not enough room in the Cosmic Radiance.
Oh no.
Grounds
Somebody's got to go. Impact, looking for the flank, but immediately gets engaged upon, has to flash away. Death charge is available, but who's he going to use it on? It looks like he's just going to go down, but on the other flip side of the flank, Catamatics gets traded out. Lao Kong has Chrono Break. Going to look for it. It's a lot of damage. Slick finding an angle on the backside. They take down constant support. It's another beautiful parallel convergence stun. Cosmic Radiance is still available. They might turn it around. VB Coin Flip. How did they do it?
Still not over yet. Rafa, Laugh Wizard, and East Phantom. They're trying to close out this fight. There's the Zonias.
Laugh Wizard, the Zonia's tech. Slick will go down, but Lao Kong and Exquisitive will be able to avenge their fallen comrade, and this time they are the ones that pick up the ace.
You remember how I was saying that the gold graph looks like a heart monitor? This is why. We're still getting more spikes into this one. And both mid laners just get dunked on by 3 separate tanks at the same time. The fight continues on after this. Constant support is struggling super hard to get some auto attacks off in this tiny corridor against Echo, against Tristana, gets jumped on and taken out by all of that extra damage. It's a little bit unfortunate. Slick actually does have to use the flash to try to get that last kill on East Phantom, so that's going to be a cooldown that we have to pay attention to later on. Does look like Exquisitive did as well. Actually, a lot of flashes for the coin flip used in that single fight. So that's going to be a really big thing to keep track of for Phoenix Rising later on, but still a gigantic fight win for the coin flip.
Man, oh man. What a game, Smack. Game 1. Phoenix Rising still ahead by 2,000, but it was quite an instrumental fight for VB Coin Flip to win, as Slick, you already pointed out before, a lot of the damage really coming out of Impact and Lao Kong. Slick is trying to find some extra gold and resource to be able to funnel into themselves so that they can pick up their third item, Power Spike, and match constant support. Uh-oh. Well, that's unlucky.
You know what he's doing right there? He just switched his Zonias and his Rocket Belt. As he was standing still, he's like, all right, I got to switch these around. And they're messing me up. Definitely meant to press that Rocket Belt. You know what? It's all right. Zonias are not that long a cooldown. It's already a quarter back of the way up. It's going to be okay for Lao Kong, I think.
You could hear all the missing ping signs as well in the
Yeah.
game. We didn't see them on screen, but you could hear them. It's like, oh, hello?
From both teams. That's one of those times where both teams are doing it.
Even Lao Kong himself is like, hey, wait, what the heck?
Yeah. It's not too bad, though. It's not stopwatch. You can use that ability again, so...
Oh, that's always a tragedy if you accidentally
Yeah.
use stopwatch, especially when you were not planning on building any of the items that stopwatch builds out of. You just bought it for like safety measures. It's like, oh man.
Yeah. That's a tragedy. But, yeah, it's all right. We're still waiting for the next fight. Lao Kong, he's going to be okay with his Echo. He's got more safety measures than just the Zonias. And luckily, his name is not Jensen. So he can still use it later on. Going to be seeing the Drake come back up.
Also Cloud9, because he was... on
That was
roster.
You know what? That's on me. I did bring up another one of Cloud9's failures. Yeesh.
I still have trauma from when... oh, it's not trauma. I still get sad whenever I think of Jensen's reaction to when he realized he didn't press Chrono Break.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Elmir.
Sheer horror. Uh-oh, Dredgeline connecting onto Kelimir. Quite tanky. Able to answer back with the Haymaker shield. Well, it does take about a third of his health, but oh my god, Exquisitive with the heal? I didn't realize Tarek healed that much. That looks like Soraka levels of healing.
Got a lot of healing right there, especially if you have targets to hit. Tarek is not to be trifled with in that regard, but this is the Drake. Phoenix Rising need this one to get the soul. If they can lock this
They're
one in,
burning it
looks like
down.
they're gonna do it.
It's just gone. Okay, well, Stormbreaker is going to be activated. Equalize right on top. Cosmic Rain is going to try to buy some time. Kelimir is done, though. Impact's gone. Lao Kong's gone. My God, Phoenix Rising just burning through them all. They're all eviscerated. And Phoenix Rising look to take game 1.
That might be it, Rafa. The 5-for-0 ace right in the nick of time. All those ultimates. They didn't even really get to use the extra movement speed off the back of it, but the fight was just gigantic. Catamatic survives throughout the entire thing. Constant support. Has that Runen's Hurricane against the front line. So he's hitting multiple people at the same time, not to mention the gigantic crowd control from Cubsy. I see you, Nautilus. I see you, Cubsy. That depth charge was nuts. That's going to be game 1 here for Phoenix Rising in the finals here for Arkansas.
Kelimir is going to try to make a last-ditch effort stand. Showstopper into 5. Exquisitive, and everyone else is on the field. Nexus is burning down, and it's not enough. Phoenix Rising will be able to take game 1. And now, Smacks. Looking forward into game 2. VB Coin Flip. They obviously have the tools, and they have the players to be able to take on Phoenix Rising, but Catamatics, man. Being able to lead the charge with those equalizers. I mean, that Rumble pick has got to go, man. Either you need to pick it up for yourselves, or you can't let Phoenix Rising have it again.
All right, let's check this out again. Look at Cubsy in this fight. Look at that depth charge. Knocks up 3 people on top of the equalizer. Catamax can't do it on his own here. That's League of Legends, Rafa. We're all in this together, Phoenix Rising says. Layering the ultimates on top of one another, and we just get to see the speed up to close out this game, taking us to match point in this best 3. I want to add as well that Kallista's not an easy champion to operate in late game team fights at all. We got down to, what was that, 33-minute team fight. Kallista does not scale particularly well, but with that Runa's Hurricane, with the extra footwork, moving around, dancing around. That was very, very impressive stuff. So I'm really impressed with Phoenix Rising here after that first game.
Yeah, I mean, like, the other thing, too, is that constant support wouldn't have had the freedom to be able to free hit all the frontliners had East Phantom and Laugh Wizard be willingly giving their lives for the cause, just rushing it forward, right? This is all coming down to teamwork and cohesion, working as a 5-man oiled unit. So Phoenix Rising in those late game team fights, being able to come out on top. BB Coin Flip, though, I wouldn't count them out. I believe in both Arkansas high schools to be able to continuously deliver banger upon banger games. But we're going to be taking a quick break as we get ready for game 2, so don't turn off that browser, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
I'm thinking what you see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. But still give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting right into the thick of the fray here for Game 2, as you already saw a preview of the Champ Select, because it's already ready, folks. So we're not going to waste any time, as we want to see these two Arkansas high school champions duke it out back again for the final title. And Smacks, based on what we saw from Game 1, BB coin flip, now that they're red side, can't let that rumble go through, guys.
Yeah, definitely not. Speaking of VB coin flip a little bit more, though, I actually was really excited from a lot of the things that I saw from them. I really liked their teamwork around the early Drake fights. Calamir got a solo kill up there in that top lane on set. And
Very true.
we got to see some pretty powerful stuff from Impact as well on the Silas. So many kills in that mid lane. It's very easy to see why this team did make it all the way up to the finals, but they're going to need to keep that earlier bracket momentum alive if they want to reverse sweep and take us to that Game 3 in this game. They've already banned away that rumble, like you said, Rafa. They're listening in, that big caster brain of yours.
Well, I don't think it's really a big caster brain. I think it's, hey, Catamatics was pretty deathless for the majority of the game, and those equalizers are very powerful. And Rumble's just a pretty darn good champion, but that Victor was left up this time around. Diana also being locked in. So, Victor blind pick, more than likely for Catamat. Oh my gosh, we're getting a Yone thrown right down on the... Okay, let's go.
Pretty good matchup into the Victor in that early game. You have a pretty nice way to get through that early game with the Yone. You want to get to your second item, because then you have 100% crit. And with Yone, that's just the biggest power spike you could possibly ask for, whether you're going for the Mortal Reminder second item to reduce the healing and get an earlier spike, or if you go for the Infinity Edge for more burst. Everything is really solid on that champion. And Victor is not super powerful in that early lane, so I like this one here for Impact. And the Diana to pair it up as well, that's a really nice set of ultimates to just crowd control a large, massive enemy champions. Going to be some pretty big, powerful team fighting skills to use.
That one's hover is... Oh my goodness. Okay.
Rock solid.
Let's go. Rock solid. Rock solid choice, too. Nice rock. All right. Well, pick and ban phase, second round. We're looking at the table. Slick has yet to pick their marksman of choice. So, we saw the Tristana. This definitely could have worked out. It just didn't seem like there was many options to get in a ton of damage. And also, the bottom lane didn't start off necessarily on the best foot after that level 1. It was great for the top side of the map for VB coin flip, not so much for the bottom side. So now, knowing that they are going up against the Varus, are there any marksmen that kind of pop out to you, Smacks? Or any stylistically choice of bot lane compositions here?
Well, you are up against these really immobile backliners of the Victor and the Varus. Now that Tristana's actually banned away, I wouldn't mind seeing something like a Kaisa to go in with your top side of the map and really be that extra dive threat in a game like this. Against Varus, you can end up struggling a little bit in the lane, but it does provide your team with some more accessibility on the marksman side of things later on. This could potentially be a separate option as well. If this is going to be the AD carry Seraphine, where you're farming in the lane and you're getting your items a little bit quicker, can still be support. We don't want to count that out too much. This is still a flex pick Seraphine, but it could still be one of the options to just pack a little bit more crowd control into this composition when you encore through your frontliners, and then you can deal a lot of damage with the AP sort of builds.
East fan, I'm thinking about the Kane lock-in. Go through. So now let's take a look at what possible last options for Phoenix Rising are. If this set goes support with the Varus, then could be looking for a top laner to go into that Malphite. But if you feel like the set can deal with the Malphite, then look for support that can kind of lock it down with Varus. You are going up against the Seraphine somewhere in that bottom lane. And oh, Smacks, this is a favorite of yours.
That it is. I was curious to see if it was going to be things like the Leona that were banned away, or the Rel as well. Both of those two champions were banned in the second phase by coin flip in game 1, but moving over to the Alistar instead does provide that extra dive threat like the other champions do too, but once you hit level 6, this champion is so impossible to kill, and you can provide a little bit of peel for your team too with the headbutt if you want to just use that, knock the melee champions away. It's a really good pick against
Ooh.
Diana, so I'm liking that one too. They are going to have to deal with Kog'Maw now, Mark. This is the new and improved Kog'Maw. It's recently been buffed. It is that hyper scaling, hyper 80 carry, and this is a pretty fun one. We also over here at PlayVS, I guess, we both have expressed our love for Kog'Maw through impressions.
Yes, we did.
I don't know if we should do that again.
Yeah, I unfortunately don't have my water on me to get the correct impersonation, but you know, well, if you guys want to see our Kog'Maw impressions, just look through the PlayVS clips and look up yesterday, and you'll see both me and Smax's attempts at doing voice acting for Kog'Maw. In fact, Smax's was so good that our colleague Caribou, who does the commentating for the Rocket League PlayVS cast, said, "I'm very convinced that Smax is actually the voice actor for Kog'Maw," which
secret's out.
I could definitely, checks out. Even Smax's partner Cassidy confirmed it as well. So
yeah,
it's got to be true.
I agree. I didn't think it would take this long for people to realize it, but yes, I am in fact the Kog'Maw voice actor. We're going to be getting into this one though. We already saw what happened last game. There's a team that is named Coin Flip, so you already know what's going to happen right now. A level 1 invade.
Who checks it? Oh!
Somebody shot something. I didn't see who that was, but
I think Catamatics fired an auto attack because it didn't look like an arrow from constant support. So Catamatics,
you've blown our cover. That's all right though.
I think that I wish we had the ability to kind of like put in like little pop-up graphics, the snake exclamation point from yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
All right.
And just imagine right here, like they're walking up, they put down their ward, and then auto attack. Oh wait, was it
there's
actually
a million people in that bush?
Yeah. Yeah, constant support wasn't even there, so it couldn't have been him. The culprit has been determined. We did it, gang. We solved the mystery.
It's like Among Us all over again, Rafa. You found the
yes.
imposter.
Catamatics is sus. Vote him out.
I saw Catamatics vent.
The mountain deed is mountain done, Smax.
That it is. In this game, though, we're seeing both junglers start up on that top side of the map, perhaps going for some bot ganks later on. For now, though, we're seeing just the clear strength of both of these guys. East Phantom, I believe, took both Blue and Gromp at the same time. Still working on Gromp, but Kane has enough AoE damage to manage that. He'll be finishing off that one and making his way over to that bot side of the map. Luckily, the red ward on the Raptors has already expired, so he will not be spotted in his endeavor.
Nice farm for Catamatics as well, right into the river bush on the top side of the map. Just in case Lao Kong was pathing from bottom lane to top lane, as I do believe that Lao Kong did solo it. Alright, I don't think there was a leash from Calamar. If there was, then my apologies.
I think there was a very brief one.
Okay.
But it was not anything too special. It is Malphite after all. Just
yeah. I guess the purpose then of that ward is to suss out if Lao Kong decided to get a little frisky and invade towards the top side. Because traditionally, Canes normally do start Raptors, and then you can full clear bot side and go top side. But because he started at Wolves instead, was able to do Gromp and Blue at the same time, it puts him on the same side of the map as Lao Kong. So he's able to contest for this Scuttle Crab on the bottom side of the map, takes it first away, and now he has an opportunity to traverse all the way towards the top side of the map, where that wards will still spot out the fact that Scuttle Crab is still available. So this is one of the few times where Kane gets to double crab someone. I know, especially if you know a lot of jungle matchups. Kane never gets to do that.
Yeah, Lao Kong was taking just a little bit too long on the clear. Did do the Krugs, which East Phantom, you can see, has skipped. So he has that extra tempo on the map. Some extra time to go and take that objective, but in doing so, the Krugs are still available. Lao Kong might be able to find those, too. Instead, going to recall, was thinking about taking Raptors, but they are still off of the map. You see, there is a ward up top lane. East Phantom might still try to go for some damage onto Calamir. It would still feel pretty good of him to do, but looks like the recall's going to go through. Yeah, it does. So he's going to be back in the base.
I think Lao Kong finally put the pieces of the puzzle together, realizing that once the Raptors were gone, it's like, okay, there's no way that he started Raptors. Because, you know, remember, since East Phantom did a solo start and all laners showed up, there's still potentially the impression that, oh, I guess maybe he started bot side, but then was able to come back around and do crap before I got there, right? But now it all is coming together, and now the camp respawn timer is now showing for all junglers. Lao Kong now understands the path that East Phantom took. It doesn't necessarily put him that far ahead in terms of tempo, but it's a solid camp lead, and being able to get those 2 Scuttle Crabs in the beginning prevents Lao Kong from being able to get any early ganks off without Phoenix Rising being able to defensively move away.
The clear from East Phantom has just been really intelligent so far. Gets to clear up now, starting on the Krugs, and has the camps timed out well enough to where they're going to be available when he goes up and takes them out. He's level 5 already in this game, so potentially going to be a pretty scary Kayn. The only downside is that he has not collected any orbs at all. He's not progressed his passive whatsoever. Still going to be waiting for a chance to do exactly that. With a Conqueror, we can safely assume that it's going to be Rost Kayn. And with that being said, feels like topside is the angle to gank, because the bot lane has 2 range champions, which is less than favorable for a red Kayn attempt. Lao Kong is going to start up on the Drake, though. It's going to be uncontested at all. East Phantom's up in this top side, like we were mentioning, and an early Ocean Drake can be really valuable.
Cubsy, though, will find him with the control ward.
Oh
my god, he's actually going to take it! Lao Kong will fall. Cubsy does not prevent the dragon, but knowing that he had enough base damage with that ignite and the flash, takes up first blood. Cubsy, he knew it was a one-way trip, but he sent the message, Smacks.
That was pretty sick from Cubsy. Just not, he knows he can't go for the blast cone. He's got to get there faster. He needs the speed on the cow. Get to watch this one yet again. This is actually pretty risky because Lao Kong has smite.
It was close.
Yeah, the ignite comes through to reduce the healing just in time. First blood goes over to only Cubsy in that bottom lane. That is awesome. I love that play.
That was a Chad Alistar play if I've ever seen one. Goes down, does not get the dragon, but I got first blood, so who's the real winner?
Oh man, that's gotta feel really good. Top side though, East Phantom collecting the orbs finally. Calamir has ultimate, but he's very tanky.
Facebreaker comes out. Calamir still tanky. Showstopper comes out for Last Wizard. But Calamir decides to turn the tides of battle light on East Phantom with that unstoppable force. And Lao Kong was there for the reinforcements, the counter gank. And Impact making that teleport as well helps turn the tides of battle. Phoenix Rising. Tried to make that gank happen, but unfortunately for them, BB coin flip come out.
Just a nice defensive teleport up here from East. From Impact, rather, is East Phantom is the one who starts off this play. And yeah, Calamir is just really hard to take down with these 2 physical damage dealing champions. Even getting that re-engage, and then the Fate Sealed puts in its name value, sealing the fate of East Phantom on the back end of that one. But one thing I always like to keep track of, as I've played a lot of Kayn in my days, the orbs were collected. Did still get some red orbs. And that's always really nice to get. Because on Kayn, you're just so weak early game.
Mm-hmm. Lucidity Boots Rush, though, gives him a little bit more ability haste, and going to be valuable in these fights once Rost is online. More cooldowns means more spamming of abilities. And thanks to his passive, or at least on the Q, you get so much Omnivamp from your abilities. And it just makes East Phantom very difficult to kill in the longer drawn-out fights.
East Phantom is going to be maybe pretty scary soon. He's taking that death does stifle the early clear yet again, so he's on a little bit of a delay. Going to be going up and clearing all of the topside camps. You can see he's a level down, though. Lao Kong has participated in that kill on the bot side and stuck around to pick up some scraps top off of that earlier play, too, with the dragon. See that the coin flip, we're feeling okay in this game. Potentially going to be going for a Rift Herald play. Both junglers are up in this top side, and you know what, Rafa? That tells me that these teams are potentially going to find yet another skirmish with how we've seen them play this game and the last one.
Hell yeah. Give me more action, Smacks. Maybe coin flip. Definitely not one shy to turn away from their namesake. Lao Kong is going to have an opportunity in this vision, in the fog of war, be able to take down this Rift Herald for free. East Phantom, even though being on this top side of the map, has no idea. Traversing towards the bottom side. Next dragon isn't spawning for a minute or so, so there's no real objectives that East Phantom can make a trade worthy of. His bottom lane is already pushed in, so unless you decide to dive a Seraphine Kog'Maw, not really much for East Phantom to do.
Didn't get a fight. I baited you. I'm sorry.
It's okay,
But-
Smacks. He got a crab.
Yeah, he's gonna get this crab. Gonna have the help of constant support and Cubsy. The latter of which already picked up that first blood earlier. Gonna be making his way toward the Kindle Gem and the plated steel cap. So it's actually pretty strong on the map right now. This is a pretty good power spike for any support to have full boots and a Kindle Gem. Makes you a little bit more durable. You get some utility on the ability haste, and can go around the map. You can see he's traversing through the Raptor area right now, maybe looking for a play on this Drake or on mid lane. Catamatics, though, is not really having it right now. Running low on mana, is going to have to recall. Or, actually, he's been stopped, so gets to stick around. I'm excited to see what happens around this Drake. Oh, boy.
He had the flash impact, I believe, used the
Whoa!
fate sealed, but the Umbral Trespass is going to carry East Phantom all the way under the turret. He's going to have to use the flash of his own, but Slick on the Kog'Maw is going to be able to... I was going to say spit. I don't know if that's the best term here. I mean, technically that's what he is doing, but yes. He
No,
is
with that skin, it's magic
up-chucking.
spit.
Yes, he up-chucked all over East Phantom.
Nice Rift Herald in the mid lane, too. Does secure about 300 gold for Lao Kong. And speaking of Lao Kong, he and the rest of this team are starting up on the Drake. Will they secure it?
They do.
They do.
But do they get out? Oh, Cupsy, okay. I see you. The three-man knockup, pulverize. And they're getting pulverized all right for the sake of BB coin flip. They lose out on Exquisitive and Kellemer. Oh, no, Laugh Wizard. Trying to run down Slick. Slick still has Flash if he needs it. Impact. Looking for more damage on the backside of it, but East Phantom is now here. He's revived, and he wants the Kog'Maw. He wants vengeance after getting taken down last time, and Slick has nowhere else to go. Constant support finds that one.
Kog'Maw true damage. Flashing in range of Lao Kong. He lives!
Oh
There's a
my
teleport,
god!
though. It's still going!
Oh, the coin flip doesn't stop. Let's go. I'm all for it. Constant support should go down here. Kellemer has teleported. No unstoppable force. Doesn't really provide much as a Malphite in this instance. Now stuck under the turret. Exquisitive and Impact potentially could make their way to save their top laner from certain death. Looks like he'll be able to give the free pass alive.
Oh, okay. That's what I've been waiting for, Rafa. This is the kind of stuff that we cast these games for. All the action, all the fights. I do believe we're going to get to watch this one again, but the aftermath you can see on your screen is Constant Support already has the Duskblade completed, the Lethality Varus. Finding the kill. Oh, that's so fun. And we get to see Laugh Wizard as well. Wait. Shh. Hold on a second. There's a Victor in there with ult.
he is 2 levels above Slick as well. If Exquisitive leaves.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Gravity Zone, silence! The Chaos Storm! Does Exquisitive have enough healing?
Wait.
Oh no! Catamatics might have overestimated, but constant support from downtown! American Sniper! He's playing
Yes,
Legolas. He's got the arrows. He's got the Chain of Corruptions. It's gonna land. The lockdown is there, and good night, Exquisitive. One more auto attack will do the trick. With Lao Kong and Impact, I feel like this has just been a long, overextended fight that just does not stop. Fate Sealed is available into the knockup. Bow! God! Shutdown from Lao Kong.
Impact and Lao Kong retribution on the bot lane for Slick and Exquisitive. We gotta go back. We gotta go back in time right now, Rafa. We're gonna take a look at the highlight reel that is this Drake play. The support ultimates were so clutch in this one. The engages were nuts. Do you get to see the aftermath, though? Cubsy survives with, like, literally 1 HP on the end of that one. That is... He's just now recalling. You can see on underneath this turret. Constant support, this is a bold move. Flashing in range of Diana to avoid the Kog'Maw, and he still lives up until this minion provides the path of entry to Kelemir back into this one. And now they're just trapped between 2 turrets after trying to run away to get out of the situation, Phoenix Rising. We got a blast cone to do so, but... Alright, Catamatics gets to stick around, sneaks off, and then returns back into this bush.
This was close. If Exquisitive had made the trip into the river, it could have been done. Well, look at the healing and the shielding.
Pew!
Thankfully, constant support came in with that last piercing arrow. Catamatics getting forced out of the mid lane because there's a scary Diana that's coming through.
Touched on it earlier, Rafa, but the aftermath of that last set of exchanges is a couple of things. One, the Lethality Varus is coming online. The Duskblade is here. 2, there's about 1,000 gold lead here for Phoenix Rising. And 3, East Phantom has his Rost form now. So the extra healing is here, the knockup on the Blade's Reach is here, and he actually can consider himself a real champion. But meanwhile, in the river...
Already using Fate Seal.
Wow.
Oh my god! Wow. That's why you maxi second on Yone.
Very true. That's a mastery flasher right there. You didn't do it, but you know if that was me. Yeah, you're definitely seeing mastery 4 right there. Haven't quite put in the time yet on Yone to get 7, but eventually I'll get there. Got to teleport down here. The Drake is going to be up in 5 seconds. This would be sole point for the coin flip of Van Buren. See if they can set this one up for themselves. East Phantom's in the area. Has got a vision cone. There it is.
This would be the 3rd dragon of the game. Mountain Soul would be massive for VB coin flip to pick up. Impact with the Soul unbound. Gets over the wall, does some damage to East Phantom. Oh, the smite comes in a little early, but Lao Kong is able to secure it. Umbral Trespass goes on an Exquisitive. East Phantom going to try to buy some time. Cubsy is now in the thick of the fight, trying to get a knockup. Lao Kong flashing away to safety. Slick still has a flash, trying to dodge out. Bob and weave away from the Chaos Storm. Looks like he's got nowhere to run. Flashing over the Dragon Pit wall, but East Phantom has got... This guy is basically a spirit. He's a ghost he can walk through. Slick almost had enough damage, but East Phantom with a beautiful knockup. The Blade's Reach. We're still fighting, Smacks. The shutdown comes in. Impact gets destroyed. And it's a double for East Phantom. They should have enough damage to be able to run down Lao Kong. Nowhere else to go. It's a triple for the East Phantom.
Rost Kane is here, Rafa. He is doing it. The triple kill and the healing from the Gourd Drinker and the healing from the Red Kane form. That fight was so chaotic, but if any champion is going to traverse it and be the globetrotter that he needs to be, it is Kane. Starts it off. Huge chunk of impact. That's really valuable. He doesn't have the ultimate, so this Yone can't do a whole lot. And then expends the Diana ult, dodges out of it, spends the flash from Exquisitive and still ends up finding the kill on the backside as well. This is just getting so much value, and this is just the beginning of the fight, Rafa. East Phantom, we already saw it. He takes it all by storm on the back end as well. Dashing over this wall, finds Slick with all this extra healing with the Gore Drinker. Just a beautifully played team fight. Doesn't quite get the Drake. That's the only real benefit that we saw from Van Buren, but now I have to deal with a really fed Kayn, and you still do need that last Drake on top of the 3 you already have to get the really big bonus of the Mountain Soul.
Showstopper from Laugh Wizard trying to get himself away because Calamir is just running him down with the movement speed slow. My god, there's nowhere to run. There's a teleport coming in, though. Might be getting flanked. Impact.
Wow.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Moonfall into the stopwatch. Lao Kong will be given his life, though. East Phantom and Cubsy are here to make the trade. Eventually, it should go down. Oh, whoa. There it is. I was about to say, like, pause champ. Constant support from over the wall. Finds a snipe down on Lao Kong. Good attempt from Exquisitive with the ultimate. Unfortunately, it cannot save their jungler from certain death. Baron is about to spawn in 7 seconds. I don't know if they can really do Baron, especially with the composition they run, because constant support, very powerful with those arrows, but in terms of Baron shredding potential, it doesn't hit quite the same as an on-hit Varus.
Yeah, not quite gonna have enough damage over time there. Calamir is in position, doesn't have Malphite ultimate though, and will get snared up. Cubsy survives thus far. Oh, that's a lot of damage. And Rafa,
That's a lot of damage.
and Varus is gonna be hurt. You get to see a replay of Laugh Wizard. He might have been able to get out of this one. I don't know if that was his intention though, was to escape. Definitely feels like he's still wanting to throw some punches with Calamir. Once he sees Lao Kong though, situation goes from bad to worse. Feeding some kills over to the Diana is not really what you want, and there goes another one on top of it all. That's a double kill for Lao Kong. And you know, at this point, even though he does end up going down, it takes a really long time, and eventually we will end up seeing that Diana can end up being a really big win condition in a game like this. This champion is super powerful, and now with 2 items, you have the extra safety of the Zhonya's, you have the extra damage with the Night Harvester. This can become a really powerful champion later on in the team fights.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen my Diana.
I have.
And like, I'm worse than these players, essentially. So, if I can make Diana work, then, you know, like, there's no doubt that Lao Kong is going to be able to be constantly a damage threat in these team fights. Wait, go back. I need to see that again. That was so cute.
Was that an Arcanist Kog'Maw emote? Is that what I just saw?
I think that was the recall animation, and it was like dreaming about.
Oh.
It was like a dream thought bubble.
Oh, that's adorable.
I need that. Oh my god.
I didn't know that skin had that. Oh.
Why is Kog'Maw so cute? Uh-oh. Teleport.
Drake's
Calamir
up.
right into the middle. Cubsy is just going to look for a headbutt. But this is Calamir. So you might just be giving him a easier angle to look for an unstoppable force. The rest of the members of Phoenix Rising are over the wall, though. This is Mountain Soul that is available for the taking on the side of Van Buren. Phoenix Rising slowly chipping away at this dragon. Van Buren, it's a little dance that we go on right now. Malphite, unstoppable force available. Chain of Corruption's also available. Fate sealed. Watch for these ultimate. Oh, but Cubsy gonna try to turn things on its head. A knock-up in exchange from Calamir.
Wow.
There's a 5-man encore into the moonfall from Van Buren High School. And Slick, untouched in the backline, will be able to wipe through all of the members. But East Phantom still survived through it all.
He did it.
Phantom! I don't believe it!
The Wombo combo was beautiful, picturesque, Rafa. But East Phantom survives through it all. We just have to watch him in this fight, because we saw how crazy those ults were. We saw the Fate Seal, we saw the Encore. Let's look at East Phantom. He's over there at the left of the pit right now. Gets to watch Cubsy absolutely smurf it. dashes in, gets hit by all the crowd control, but he's not the focus in this fight. He gets to heal up with a Gore Drinker. He gets a gigantic shield.
Yeah, Steric's gauge is nuts. So that's how he survives. Oh my
Wow.
god. Quadra kill on top of it at all. East Phantom. What a heroic play to be able to salvage that fight because, like you said, Smacks, the coordination from VB coin flip, immaculate, fate sealed, encore, into the moonfall. But it's not enough when East Phantom doesn't go down and uses the Umbral Trespass to get a second life in that fight and is able to just pretty much lifesteal an Omnivamp off of those spells. And so now, I think this is where the Executioner's callings are being invested in, saying, hey guys, this guy is healing a little too much. We need to deal with this, dude.
Definitely do. Fully agree with that. So we just saw how crazy this Kayn can be in that last fight. And they denied away the soul as well, Rafa. You see that Amburen, they have the first 3 Drakes, but each individual one of those isn't doing nearly as much as what that 4th one can possibly do for you. You get the extra shield, and you get so much resistance to deny the damage of something like a Kayn. You look across the board, you see the Malphite up in that top side. He already has the Malphite shield. Give him a second one. Give him just that much more armor. It'd be so useful if they can possibly get that next objective. 25 minutes into this one, Wukong does get knocked up by the Blade's Reach. Not going to matter too much, but what is going to matter is if they can get this next dragon in 3 minutes' time, or maybe even a Baron.
Baron is alive, but like we noted at just a few minutes ago, Smacks, Phoenix Rising don't necessarily have the best Baron taking setup here. You don't have that much on-head damage or max HP damage to shred through this Baron. In fact, I'm not even sure if East Phantom's abilities apply that same damage onto monsters. In fact, can we hover over Q real quick? Because I know it does % health damage to champions, but
I think it's capped on monsters, if I'm remembering correctly.
including epic monsters.
I think so, yeah. Maybe I'm wrong.
We'll have to consult the Book of Armaments. Or the records, I should say.
All right, while Rafa is doing that, otherwise known as looking it up on the wiki.
There it is! I saw it!
Oh, yeah?
Sorry, the Kog'Maw well, no, I was looking at the
Oh,
Kog'Maw
I
email
see.
real quick.
Yeah, I see.
Sorry, I got distracted. Cute things are very distracting, so it's...
Very true.
You know.
Can confirm, Rafa. That's why when I'm casting with you, oftentimes I just get distracted. I get lost in your eyes.
I thought this was gonna lead into why you get distracted whenever your partner Cassidy walks into the room. You know,
Well,
I was
that
trying to set
too.
you up for that. Yeah.
That too, but I simp for them enough. I gotta spread the wealth.
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
think they would agree.
Well, I'm not finding the ability names, unfortunately. So we'll have to find out what.
We'll check back in later.
We'll check back in later. We're about to hit the 28-minute mark here. It has slowed down in the terms of the pacing of the game.
They know what they want, Rafa. They know
Yeah.
that they need to be fighting around the dragons. Everything else, whatever. Well, it's just, you know, take a turret here, take a minion here, maybe a blue buff. Doesn't matter. What really matters is setting up for these drakes, making sure that the mountains don't go over to the coin flip if you're Phoenix Rising. And if you're the coin flip, well, hope that you land on heads. Hope you get that second mountain for yourself. Adding up to 4. So much combat power comes through with that. Cubsy wants to start this one off on the right foot. Whoa!
Oh my god, Lao Kong is just going to try to assassinate constant support, and he is successful. Top watch into the flash, buy some time. Fate sealed! Encore! Oh my god! The Wamba once again, this time around, Without constant support, but look at East Phantom, he's still vamping, but he finally goes down. It's a massive shutdown. Slick still untouched. Does not go down this time around. It's up to Catamatics. In game 1, he was able to do great things with that Rumble. Can he do the same on the Victor? Doesn't look like it'll be the case. Already used the Chaos Storm as well. Living Artillery, Arcane Barrage from Slick, trying to keep Catamatics at bay. Exquisite looking for a beat drop. Impactful, the Soul Unbound, and there is the knock-up for the ace. And Mountain Soul will be acquired by VB Coin Flip.
Huge fight there from Coin Flip. Cubsy actually thought that he had a pick off right here, but Lao Kung very quickly makes him realize that that is not the case at all. Constant support even flashing out, but Diana's burst is just so insane. Cubsy again finds a huge pulverize, but we get to see just how important healing reduction actually is, because East Phantom lands so many skills onto these members. Look at this. 4-man Q, gigantic Blades Reach knockup, but in Grievous Wounds the entire time doesn't quite have the same sustainability with the Sterix gauge. It's already used up. And then from here on out, Catamatics, he tries his best to deny the Drake Soul, but Impact over there in the pit gets this knockup. Beautiful stuff. It secures the soul right now, Rafa. This is the buff that they were hoping to get in this game. That's a huge amount of combat stats, not to mention the fight that they just won. They got a full ace. They've got the gold lead now.
Barely. It is 1,000. And normally, we would talk about, gold leads being important, but we're 30 minutes into the game, Smack. So 1,000 is in the grand scheme of things not that much of a difference. You have to just look at really the item power spikes that are being completed by the players here on this roster. Note here, Impact has a GA. They are looking to make this next fight potentially their last and bring us to a game 3, because VB Coin Flip are definitely in the driver's seat. They are more than capable of bringing us there. As Cubsy always...
Don't do it.
Oh, no. But Cubsy is very tanky and still has Unbreakable if he needs it. Gonna pop it just in case. We'll lose out on the damage reduction for the next fight if another one occurs in the next minute or so. But VB Coin Flip now have an opportunity to move their position and poise around this Baron.
Baron's important. East Phantom actually just used his smite. It's one of the 2 charges that he had available though, so will be another one if needed. Still kind of positioning around this. Kog'Maw deals so much damage to that Baron. It's already at half HP. Rafa, this could be the fight that ends the entire game right now. Impact trying to go in.
Cubsy lands a knockup on an Exquisitive. Showstopper comes out on a Kellemer, trying to buy some time. It's knockups all around, but the encore is massive! Once again, Exquisitive is just exquisite with the counter engages, and Slick will still be able to survive through it all. There's still 3 members left from Phoenix Rising. Constant support still in the backline, trying to put arrows back, but Slick versus Constant Support. It's an AD battle, but Constant Support cannot match the damage of the auto attacks, and it's a quadra for Slick.
2 quadra kills in this game so far. One of them on the Kane, one of them on the Cog. That's a Coggers if I've ever seen one right there, Rafa. We get to see the beginning of this fight yet again. Cubsy has his ultimate up once more. And East Phantom, I do want to watch him yet again because he's been so pivotal in these fights, but he is actually the first member of his team to go down at the beginning of this fight. Cubsy still layers so much crowd control all throughout, but it's still Slick at the end of this fight who has enough damage to close it out. You can see that he got yet another pop of his Mountain Soul right there. We're getting another zoom in. Here it is.
And we got to see look, he's dreaming!
Oh.
Time to feast.
Nice. That's good.
The observers made the request for the Kog'Maw voice, and I didn't have the water to gargle for the...
Oh, here we go. Here's my here's my rendition of Reindeer Kog'Maw.
Okay, let's go. We got the reindeer on lockdown. Thank you, observers. Oh, my God. I love our jobs, Max.
Me too. You know, it's the job of these 2 teams now to maybe give us a fight around the Elder Dragon, as these fights have been very close. We have seen that Van Buren has taken the last 2. Because of this Kog'Maw here from Slick. 10 kills now. He's attacking very quickly.
Yes.
Oh, what an ult.
Oh!
Look at that.
Beautiful living
Well
artillery. We'll be able to spot out all 5 members waiting for a little Fnatic death rush, but that won't be available now, as they have to scatter and go for different positions. Elder Dragon is up in minutes, Max, so if Phoenix Rising wanted a way back into this game, this is now the new win condition.
Nobody got the Baron either. Just want to point that out. Slick was the only one alive, and Kog'Maw does not have anyone to tank the Baron for him. He cannot solo it. Not very quickly, anyway. I don't think he has enough lifesteal. And with that still online as well, we could potentially see a cross-map split where one team goes for Elder, one team goes for Baron. I do feel like at this time of the game, with how these fights have played out, the Elder Dragon is likely to be the more important objective. About to hit the 35-minute mark in this one. This is the first Elder Dragon of the game, but it might just be the last moment of contention across the entirety of this rift, and maybe the entirety of the series if Phoenix Rising can secure this one for themselves. They are still a match point. Have to remember, if coin flip do end up losing this fight, this could be the end of the finals. Here it comes.
Oh, but Cubsy flashing forward. No one's on to Slick, though. East Phantom trying to get his best down onto Slick in the back line, but he's still alive. Umbral Trespass is going to come through. Does East Phantom have enough damage to deal with him? No, Slick still manages to survive, but now it's just Kelimir, and it's only Slick. Wait a second. Where did the rest of the members of VB Coin Flip go? It's now just Slick, but he can't deal with 4. He's going to get run down.
Rafa, what happened? Van Buren coin flip.
Take a look at it again. I know we were looking at the back lines for the most of it, but now we have to look at the front line to see what in the heck just happened.
Oh, man.
So many knockups. Kelimir trying to answer back, but constant support and Catamatics. Oh!
Kowloon didn't get his ulti off. And the Encore only hit 1 member as well, Van Buren. The timing of the ultimates was not quite synced up, not quite as effective as we've seen it be in the previous fights. Seems like they've set up all these pins, but ended up with a 7-10 split by the end of it. It was looking really solid. They do end up losing out on that Elder, and we can see constant support on this Varus. He's got it on lock. Oh, that might have just been the end of the series here, Rafa. You can see the Elder Dragon damage is going to be massive in this fight. It's going to be more than enough to burn through the Mountain Soul. I don't want to count him out too early, but that's a gigantic power up in these fights.
I mean, we talked about how Elder Dragon was kind of the sole win con back into the game for Phoenix Rising. This is the only way you're going to be able to cut through the resistances of this Mountain Soul empowered squad. And with Elder Dragon, obviously, you can't just... You want to be able to force a fight. And the best way to do it, even if your Baron taking power is quite slow, is to actually just start the Baron, because it is not in BB's best interest to even go for the Baron. Because if you give up now, when death timers are this long, at 37 minutes into the game, Elder Dragon is just... It's too dangerous to trifle with here. BB Coin Flip have to see how much objectives they can give safely before they finally have to answer back.
Impact's not here yet, still on the bot side. Just now he's completed the recall, but the fight's already begun before he can
Showstopper, Kelimir has to use the Unstoppable Force just to get out, and Inquisitive is gone! Doesn't even get a chance to use the Encore! They still have a huge minion wave here. One empowered Siege minion will be able to do the trick to just wail away at the Nexus turrets. It's now on Fate Sealed and Moonfall to make the engage happen. Kelimir is just going to walk up, try to buy some time, but he's gonna go down. Moonfall comes out. It's a lot of burst damage on the constant support. No one's touching Slick. Slick is able to rain away, but now it's just only 2 members. They flash onto Slick. He's wailing away. 2 more members left. Wizard waiting, but look at Impact. Impact might have saved the game. He gets in there with the Quadra.
We're still going, Rafa. but we're still alive! The finals for Arkansas are saved for now for Van Buren coin flip off the back of Impact V6. Let's watch this one yet again, because Inquisitive, he goes down so early in this one, doesn't land the encore. Calamir doesn't have unstoppable force. He used it to escape. He gets taken down right away. Lao Kong engages by himself just to soften up the members, and Slick does the same. He gets flashed on, almost taken down by the Elder, but look at the fate sealed from Impact. Disgusting. Absolutely filthy. That's another quadra kill. We've had so many quadra kills in this game, Rafa, and they've all been so deserved.
Max, I thought we were about to look at the end of the game right there, but Phoebe coin flip. Potentially could have been their last coin flip. They stall out. They deny Phoenix Rising the series win. And now no more Elder Dragon buff for Phoenix Rising to work with. No more Baron buff either. The base has been exposed, though. And that is going to be something that has to be in the back of VB Coinflip's mind. Because even if they're going for a fight, there's always the potential for a backdoor for the next couple of minutes.
Van Buren have brought us in the finals to a 40th minute in Game 2. It's been so close. Every single fight has been fought tooth and nail to get to this point. The Elder Dragon, the second Elder Dragon, is going to be coming in less than 2 minutes. But Van Buren, they've got bigger fish to fry. Just like you mentioned, the mid inhibitor is down. Both Nexus turrets are crushed. All it would take was one stray member of the Phoenix Rising squad to get into that base and take it down to pieces to close out the entire finals. And Buren coin flip, they do not want to let that happen. They don't want to lose the Elder Dragon either, though. They might need to find yet another miracle fight. But the previous Elder Dragon was the biggest worry in the last fight. They still overcame. They still conquered. They still have their mountain soul. They might still be able to do this. They might still be able to take us to that Game 3, but it all comes down to this next fight.
Keep note here, Smacks, that Impact and Slick both have GAs. They were not burned in that last fight, despite the Elder Dragon buff being there for the Phoenix Rising squad. East Phantom also has a GA of his own. So there's going to be some pivotal moments where the carries might get taken down in the fight, and hopefully the communication is clear enough from either squad to be able to reassemble, reposition to save those comrades when they're given a second chance at life in potentially the last fight of the series.
One last recall came through from Catamatics. Members of Phoenix Rising are on the map at their peak power level. They've already started up. They've gotten the flash out of Calamir. The teleport's coming in, Rafa. This might be the end.
He didn't use unstoppable force.
True.
Burning the flash, a better trade, knowing that he's going to need that ultimate to make a strong engage or a counter engage in response to whatever Phoenix Rising throw out. Elder Dragon is now live, though, Smacks. Vision does not see the dragon. We're going to keep
Ultimates
it there in the dark.
There it is.
Unstoppable Force lands onto 2. Fate sealed. Gonna follow up. Encore is gonna land onto 4 members there. But Slick getting hit up. Where's Slick?
Oh!
Where's Slick? I can't find Slick here. He's still wearing away. Wait, but he's got the damage though. He's dealing with East Phantom. Look at that. Phoenix Rising. They've all fallen by the pieces in the wayside. Phoenix Rising. The Wombo combo for VB Coinflip was enough to win out on the fight.
He's going for the base!
Wait, East Phantom is going to just try to test this
No.
one. Do they have enough? No,
No.
Wait, you can't do this. Long Cal long. Oh, but the inhibitor!
The inhibitor!
The inhibitor spawn! Denying any chance for East Phantom to go for a Hail Mary. There are 30 seconds left on the clock here, Smacks. I don't know if Phoebe Coinflip have enough time. They don't have a minion wave to be able to barrel down and end the game, but Elder Dragon has been secured by Van Buren High School.
Oh, okay. 36 to 33 on the kills in this game, Rafa. We are not catching a break at all from the action. They're going to take down this mid turret. 2 members are up, though. Cubsy and Constant Support. They died a little bit early in the fight. They have their ultimates here. Maybe they can mount the defense. There is the Varus ult.
Chain of Corruptions on the 4. Unstoppable Force is available once again. A lot of damage, so Unstoppable Force right on the Catamatics. Moonfall on the 3. They're going to go for it. Lao Kong gives his life. Showstopper coming out as a response.
Wait!
Laugh Wizard shuts down Impact. No, Smacks. They lost Slick as well. The teleport came out from Laugh Wizard. Inhibitor, once it's down, there's nothing stopping Laugh Wizard from taking the game right here, right now, and ending the series. He's popping the mastery symbol. I think he knows, even if Exquisitive and Kelimir come back, they're not going to have enough time. There's no way. Kelimir has Elder Dragon, but does he have enough damage as the Malphite? He's clapping him. He's trying to give it to him. Please, Kelimir, it's all up to you. No! Laugh Wizard, the hero for Phoenix Rising. They come out on top, and the series win will go over to them for the final championship title.
44
Holy
minutes
crap!
of back-to-back fights. Every single one was so close. All the quadra kills, Mark. We got to see so many popped-off performances. This is one of them, as we're about to see. Vampire and Coin Flip, they layer their ultimates like we know they can. We've seen this so many times, not just in this game, but the previous one too. The teamwork on the crowd control is so clutch, and Slick survives throughout it all. Doesn't even use his Guardian Angel pop. They land that kill. They land this ace eventually, getting the Elder Dragon, but man, the exposed Nexus was just a little bit too much in the end. Even when this inhibitor respawns, it's the next base fight that completely decides it. We see there's not even any minions in this lane, but Phoenix Rising, they lose out on this turret, they lose out on the inhibitor one. They have to find this defense with constant support, Catamatics and Cubsy, Laugh Wizards here too. But not for long, as we're about to get the replay again. He finds all this damage and then teleports up to that top side, which was pushing all the while. Oh, Rafa, this is... Yeah, everybody in this game, you just gotta go out for ice cream or something after this one to cool off. Because,
yeah, God. That was one hell of a way. Laugh Wizard being able to live out the ex-Peke dream and backdoor the Nexus was something that I didn't even realize in the other base fights, Max, that even though Catamatics was completely erased from the Rift with that Unstoppable Force engage, he managed to pop the Chaos Storm, and it was following Slick for the entire fight. Slick is trying to focus on burning down the rest of the targets, but that Chaos Storm was just trickling away, and it killed him, even after Catamatics had already died. So then when the GA pops, the rest of the members of VB Coin Flip were already gone, so there was no one able to bail Slick out alive. And, you know, Smacks, it's just one of those things where in those moments when the game is late enough, that could have gone to either team. We saw how close the fights were. We saw how amazing some of the engages, the wombo combos from VB Coin Flip were. But in the end, tenacity and grit go over to Phoenix Rising, who were able to make the clutch plays when it needed to happen. That's why they come out on top as the Arkansas State Championship winners here.
Congratulations.
They'll be calling me, they'll be calling